London-based singer-songwriter Lianne La Havas has an enticing soul jazz pop sound that has won her a dedicated fan base, especially here at KCRW, and we are very happy to have her here in studio following a run of California shows that ends tonight in San Diego, for which we will have tickets. Welcome, Lianne La Havas.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm very well. How are you?
Very good. Everything cool? You look good? You look everything's sorted?
Yes. Yes, all is well. Thank you.
Well, it's been a little while, I guess a couple of years since we saw you. Welcome back to KCRW.
I'm so glad to be back. Thank you for having me.
Now, last time you were here, you brought with you a gentleman by the name of Reggae Pops, who since passed away.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to begin by just dedicating this session to Reggae Pops, who was
I think that's a wonderful idea.
Interesting character and just a fixture in Los Angeles, and someone that you had an affinity for.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I remember when I first met him, actually, and I was at a rave called Do Over, and everyone was dancing, and there was a gentleman in a very crisp off-white suit and a beautiful sharp hat, and he was in the centre dancing the hardest, and that was Reggae Pops. So that's how I'll always remember him.
Reggae Pops, rest in peace. All right, so let's get into your first set for us, and as I mentioned, we're going to have tickets for the final show in your California run tonight in San Diego, so you're probably going to finish this session up and hit the road.
Yes, I am.
To San Diego, so let's get right into it. Lianne La Havas live on Morning Becomes Eclectic.
I'll wait a little longer while we are getting stronger. I know it's taking time to heal. We'll be unstoppable. Don't know what I did it for. I needed to know that it was always real. Oh, our heads held high when we walk down the line, honey, on and on through the clear night sky. Oh, let's be at peace, we'll fly. Our hearts collide, can't escape the magnetic side. I was like a satellite spinning away, almost lost forever and leaving no trace, floating through the darkest reaches of space to another galaxy. Our polarity shifted around, there was nothing else left holding us down, but it's just gravitational. We are unstoppable. I just can't escape the pull. We are unstoppable. It's just gravitational. We are unstoppable. Our heads held high when we walk down the line, honey, on and on through the clear night sky. Oh, let's be at peace, we'll fly. Our hearts collide, can't escape the magnetic side. Oh, I was like a satellite fading away, almost lost forever and leaving no trace, floating through the darkest reaches of space to another galaxy. Our polarity shifted around, there was nothing else left, but it's just gravitational. We are unstoppable. We are unstoppable. We are unstoppable. We are unstoppable. these little lies, telling everything but the truth. The truth. 3 little words over time, overheard and overused. Used. I know it's sweet, nothing could ever be turned into something new. No grand gesture could ever be made to measure you. 'Cause I know what I got and I know where we're going. You don't need to show it, I already know it all. It's what you don't do, it's what you don't say, it's what you don't do. I know you love me, I don't need proof. It's what you don't do, the games you don't play. It's what you don't do. I know you love me, I don't need proof. I've been saving up my time so I could spend it all on you. To see you smile, I've forgotten how to be blue. Cause I know what I got and I know where we're going. You don't need to show it, I already know it all. It's what you don't do, it's what you don't say, it's what you don't do. I know you love me, I don't need proof. It's what you don't do, the games you don't play. You don't do. I know you love me, I don't need proof. Don't tell the whole world, just gonna be your girl. It's what you don't do, it's what you don't do. The closer we get, the less we need to show. 'Cause I know what I got and I know where we're going. You don't need to show it, I already know it all. What you don't do is what you don't say. It's what you don't do. I know you love me, I don't need proof. It's what you don't do, the games you don't play. It's what you don't do. I know you love me, I don't need proof. Don't tell the whole world, just gonna be your girl. It's what you don't do. I know you love me, I don't need proof. It's what you don't do. It's what you don't say. It's what you don't do. It's what you don't do. Oh, the closer we get. Got to take my guitar off, but that's okay. Did the world get a little bit colder? No, was it just a little bit older? So slow we were bound to fall over. Oh. Did the heart grow a little bit harder? Too much, too late, too far, too gone. But wasn't it kinda wonderful? Wasn't it kinda wonderful, baby? Wasn't it kinda wonderful, wonderful? You can trip, flick a switch, negative, break the circuit between us. But electricity lingers. nothing but horizon. Near dawn, I'm searching for the sunrise. Remember when you put the stars into my eyes? Oh, wasn't it kinda wonderful? Wasn't it kinda wonderful, baby? Wasn't it kinda wonderful, wonderful? You can trip, flick a switch, negative, break the circuit between us. But electricity lingers in our fingers. Oh, you can burn every fuse and refuse to turn your positive minus. Electricity lingers in our fingers. But wasn't it kinda wonderful? Wasn't it kinda wonderful, baby? Wasn't it kinda wonderful, wonderful? Wasn't it kinda wonderful? Wasn't it kinda wonderful, baby? Wasn't it kinda wonderful, wonderful? Whoa.
Lianne La Havas live on KCRW, and 3 from the album Blood. She is headed down the Pacific Coast, 405 South to San Diego tonight, a show to close out a 6-concert run in California. We're going to have tickets for this performance happening at the Observatory North Park tonight in San Diego, along with autographed copies of the CD Blood. So, Lianne.
Yes. 2 seconds.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes.
And the song
Hi.
Wonderful. I was actually just noticing on the songwriting credits that Howard Lawrence is credited. Is that Howard from Disclosure?
It is.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
It was very cool.
Although it sounds nothing like a Disclosure tune, but that's cool.
Well, it was meant. It was, not meant for. It was basically Matt Hales and I, and Howard is a really big Aqualung Matt Hales fan. So those two are somewhat friends and in touch. So when I was working with Matt, he said, "Would you mind if Howard came to the session?" And of course, I didn't mind, and we ended up creating the song Wonderful.
And he's a sweetheart.
Oh yeah.
I noticed a couple other heads from sort of the UK club scene on that other song, "What You Don't Do," that you just performed. Sam Dew is on that track as a writer.
Yes.
And I have a newish single from Julio Bashmore that he sings on.
Oh, amazing.
Called "Holding On," which is great. It's one of my favorite new tracks. And then there's Mr. Paul Epworth, who, although now he is very acclaimed, his background is sort of in the London rave scene. Like I'm a big fan of his records as Phones. Do you remember Phones?
I don't.
Yeah, he's got some great stuff. That was his artist persona before he started producing like Block Party and eventually Adele.
Yeah.
So it seems you've really kind of mixed things up and collaborated with various people on this album. So
Yes.
Tell us about that process.
Well, I think it was probably due to just wanting to explore and having just so many resources available to me. So I just tried whatever I wanted, really. And then this is how it's ended up.
Well, it's an album that's brimming with confidence, and right from the start feels triumphant with Unstoppable.
That's very sweet. Thank you.
Yeah. So were you kind of going, did you want to explore, how big the sound could be in a sense?
I guess so. I mean, I have always been attracted to a very bold sound, and I think that this album and this time in my life was the perfect opportunity to kind of go further and see that through. Because perhaps the songs didn't require it for the first album, and I kind of like to go with what the song needs. So that was something I wanted to get into, and I'm very glad I did.
Well, you do have a command of a very intimate space as well, which is something I very much enjoy about your music. And I think about No Room for Doubt, which probably was the first, for us at KCRW, was kind of a breakout song.
It was my first ever single.
Well, there you go.
In the world.
And that's a very personal feeling and expression on that song. And actually, there is one song that I'm drawn to on this album called Ghost, which it reflects that sort of vibe from you,
Funnily enough, that was one of the first songs written for this album. So it's chronologically a lot older than the rest.
I see.
So yeah.
Tell us where your travels took you in writing this album.
I did some of it in London, some in New York, some in Los Angeles, of course. But I also, very excited to say that I did some in Jamaica as well.
Nice.
So I've been traveling around, meeting people and making sounds wherever there is an opportunity to.
Yeah. Tell us more about the Jamaica trip. Where did you set up?
So I was on holiday with my mother, and a representative from my record company said, "I know you're on holiday, but would you feel like perhaps meeting a producer that lives in Jamaica?" And I've thought that was an amazing opportunity to be able to actually make music in Jamaica. So I met with a gentleman called Stephen McGregor, who's a wonderful producer, and I went to his house in Kingston, and I spent 2 days there making songs, and it was so amazing. I loved it. And it was his father's studio. His father's called Freddie McGregor. He was a reggae artist.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I met the entire family, pretty much, and they met mine, because my mum was with me, and my 2 cousins.
Yeah.
And I had so much fun that I decided to go back solely just to work with Stephen. So we ended up writing a song called Midnight, which I'm going to play for you later on.
Excellent.
And that was written and recorded there in Jamaica, and I have fond memories.
There's also a song called Green and Gold.
Yes.
Is that a reference to this experience too?
It is. So that one was actually, geographically, it was done in New York, but it was directly after my second trip to Jamaica. And for some reason I just had those words in my head. That was the first lyric that I came up with, actually. So I knew it was going to be called that from day one. And then it kind of developed into this autobiographical, kind of sentimental song about my, memories from childhood, growing up in South London with my Jamaican Greek parents. And
is it your mother?
Now.
Is it your mother who's Jamaican?
Yes, my mum's Jamaican. My dad is from Greece. So in the song, I also have the lyric "Ancient Stone," which is to represent Greece.
So some of the confidence that we're feeling in this album is about you also discovering your identity,
Absolutely.
and your history and your family and
exactly.
Yeah.
Hence the title of the album, which is Blood. Yes.
It's all making sense now.
Good. That's what I'm here for.
Thank you, Lianne. It seems like you are just one who loves to just take life on, like you seem to really enjoy people and just being out there. That's something I admire.
Of course. I mean, you do what you got to do.
Yeah, you got to.
So, yeah.
Right on. Well, why don't we head into your second set for us? And a quick reminder to our audience that we will have autographed copies of the album Blood, along with 5 pairs of tickets for the show tonight, which happens in San Diego. So for our listeners down in San Diego, or those willing to make a quick drive, the Observatory North Park is the venue tonight for Lianne La Havas. It's always a pleasure as we head into your second set for us on KCRW.
Feeling like a star in the city. And suddenly it seems that I'm where I'm supposed to be. Oh, and now I'm fully grown, and I'm seeing everything clearer. Oh, just sweep away the dust from the mirror. We're walking hand in hand on the warm white sands. I'm looking at life unfold, dreaming of the green and gold, just like the ancient stone. Every sunrise I know, those eyes you gave to me that let me see where I come from. Ancient stone, all green and cold. Ancient stone, all green and gold. Ancient stone, green and gold. Ancient stone, green and gold. Just like the ancient stone, every sunrise I know, those eyes you gave to me that let me see where I come from. Whoa, whoa, ancient stone, to me, gave to me. You gave to me, gave to me. Ancient stone, green and gold. Whenever I called you, I couldn't say it was only yesterday, but yesterday so far away. What's the ETA? Don't tell me you need me. I am estranged and I'm overage. The trouble it may be, there's still a part of me that has to know what you have to say. On and on we go, always with the ghosts of us in tow, stuck somewhere between a friend and foe. Round and round we go, oh, round and around again, looking for a life beyond the end, lost somewhere between a foe and friend, round and around again. I should have told you, yes, I'm to blame. Oh, I took the blame, turned it into this serenade. Oh, the mess I've made. And I should have warned you what was in store, but I was so sure I wasn't haunted anymore, not forevermore. On and on we go, always with the ghosts of us in tow, stuck somewhere between a friend and foe. Round and around we go, oh, round and around again, looking for a life beyond the end, lost somewhere between a foe and friend, round and around again. Oh, on and on we go, always with the ghosts of us in tow, stuck somewhere between a friend and foe, round and around we go, round and around we turn me with the things that they say, but no one knows where I'll go when I walk away. So come now, hurry, hurry, I don't miss this train. Open up and let me get to you, take you to another side. Come to my world after midnight. We're getting lost in another time. Your hand in mine, in my own world, on my own time. Maybe that's why I don't know. People think I'm crazy. Lately I'll be fine. Living in midnight, just living in midnight. And if you think I'm crazy, pay it no mind. We're living in midnight, just living in midnight. If you could see what I've seen, you would dare to dream. Honey, if you care to join me, I'll come meet the team. And you all could be my army, there's no other way. So come now, hurry, hurry, and don't miss this train. People think I'm crazy. Lately I'll be fine. Living in midnight, just living in midnight. And if you think I'm crazy, pay it no mind. Oh, you'll never know the places I go when I'm alone. If only for a moment, only for a while. Oh, 'cause I've been lost to the unknown. Hope to be alright. People think I'm crazy. Lately I'm living in midnight, just living in midnight. And if you think I'm crazy, pay it no mind. We're living in midnight, just I don't mind. People think I'm crazy. Lately I'm living in midnight, just living in midnight. And if you think I'm crazy, pay it no mind. Oh, you'll never know the places I go when I'm alone.
Lianne La Havas live on KCRW. Love this stripped down vibe on these songs.
Thank you.
Yeah, sounds great. So is this different from what you're out on the road with?
It's kind of different. I am out on the road with the lovely Frida Torre and James Wyatt, so that is as is.
Accurate,
but we have
okay.
additional musicians. So I've got drums, bass, and I also have a second guitar now. So we can play around with the combinations, which is actually quite fun.
Well, I like this special setup for us today.
Thank you.
Sounds good. That last song was dope.
Thank you very much. That's the Jamaican one.
I know. So I'm just mindful of how much time we have. It looks like we'll only really have time for one more, so I wanted to let you know.
I understand.
And also, I want to make sure to give away these tickets. So let me do that quickly.
Okay.
Lianne La Havas will perform tonight at the Observatory North Park, San Diego. We have 5 autographed copies of the album Blood and 5 pairs of tickets to see the show tonight at the Observatory North Park. If you have not won a giveaway from us in the past 90 days, call us for your chance to win. 877-600-5279. Again, that's 877-600-5279. These CDs and tickets available to our current members only. Good luck. All right. Well, it's always a pleasure to see you. Thank you for making time for us.
And you, it's my pleasure.
Absolutely. All
Thank
right.
you.
And take it away, Lianne La Havas on KCRW.
All right. waste all your time writing love songs, but you don't love me. All too familiar when it feels wrong. I think you're just lonely. Do you mind? I found another new way to look at use your time to pack away every verse and every rhyme. Forget all the words that let you break my heart. Forget that I'm the person tearing you apart. Remember way back when you played me and I lost that hand. So please don't try to serenade me. I am a one-man band. Say goodbye. I don't need to hear you play. There's so many other ways to lie. So pack away every verse and every rhyme. Forget all the words that let you break my heart. Forget that I'm the person tearing you apart. I think it's time for me to leave, but I gave my peace of mind for free. So if you heed my sound advice, there is no need to tell you twice. There is no need to tell you twice. Forget all the words that let you break my heart. Forget that I'm the person tearing apart. Forget all the words that let you break my heart. Forget that I'm the person tearing apart. So if you heed my sound advice, there is no need to tell you twice. So if you heed my sound advice, there is no need to tell you twice.